What's your 15 seconds of fame moment? 2-day Jeopardy champion. One of the best experiences of my life. When I was 10, I got hit by a car. Dented the fender with my knee. Broke the windshield with my back. Flew 10 feet. When they slammed on the brakes and didn't get hurt. Local paper wrote about it with the title, "Boy Hits Cat. Car damaged." Someone sent it to The Tonight Show with Jay Leno. And he talked about me and showed the newspaper clipping with my picture. Said something like, "The Terminator's kid is running around and to be careful." I voiced a video game, and when I recently looked up the game reviews on Reddit, people said one of the most annoying aspects of the game is my voice. I was on a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I didn't participate, but I was the one who came as a friend for participant. After that episode it aired on the next day at school, I was pretty popular. After 2 days nobody gave a shit anymore. I once donated a signed piece of TV show merch to a charity auction, and it turned out to be the main attraction that people were really battling over. No one knew it came from me or anything, but it was pretty cool sitting in the audience watching people fight over something I contributed. I found myself on People of Walmart. I was one of the little kids trick-or-treating in the opening sequence of Halloween Town. I was killed at the Red Wedding, Game of Thrones. Profiled on Humans of New York. Said profile also appears in Humans of NY Stories book. A documentary crew was visiting the hospital I worked at. They were filming the average shifts of doctors and nurses, etc. I didn't want to be part of it, and as I came around the corner, there they all were, coming straight toward me and talking to another nurse. I immediately turned left to get away, tripped over a wet floor sign, and fell flat on my face. When the documentary aired, they included the quick talk with the nurse, and all you could see in the background was me run, fall, and then see my feet poking out of a cupboard. I ran with the Olympic torch when I was 10 years old in Connecticut, cramming a hot dog in my mouth while a Farnes golf shot was made in a major. It is a rerun in a lot of sports highlight reels. I was on Google Street View. Recognizably. That's global, man. I slapped some choking kid on the back at Disney World when I was 16. His parents didn't realize he was choking. I didn't even know if that was what I was supposed to do. It worked though. The awkward little emo I was hated the amount of attention it got, even if it was only a few minutes worth. I became somewhat known in the retro gaming community for doing this insane YouTube video on an obscure shooter, SHMUP, from 1992. I'd go to cons and get recognized. It was incredibly bizarre but wonderful at the same time. It led to me meeting a somewhat well-known game dev. In 2019 he invited me out to San Francisco to a game release party where I spent the day with a bunch of legendary game devs as well as Macaulay Culkin and Brenda Song. Good times.